What's up, everybody? This is Jay doing the last Sunday sit down before Christmas. This Christmas Eve. I hope everybody getting ready to have a Merry Christmas. Uh, get ready to get started. I ain't gonna keep it too long today. I know everybody's trying to spend time with their loved ones and waiting for Santa to get stuck in the tree. I mean, not the tree, the chimney. Just show how tired I am today. But nevertheless, still here, come through for everybody. Chris Law, what's up, man? How you doing? How's your holiday coming so far? Mr. Thorne, what's going on, man? How you doing, bro? How's your Christmas turning out so far? You know, just wanted to get this out here and do this right here and let y'all know I ain't forget about you. Been kind of busy this last week. I ain't been able to get too much done, but I think I'll be making some changes so I can get a little more work done. But nevertheless, a couple of things I wanted to talk about before we get started. Let me turn this music down just a little. Right there. What's up, Thorne? You getting that holiday pay? I ain't been in the Christmas since 2012. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that about your brother, Mr. Thorne. You know, that's sad. So I'm sure that these times probably don't help, but, you know, I could be your substitute brother in the meantime, man. You always have a friend over this way, man. Don't even let it get to you. Hey, JJ, did you come in for a second, please? Yeah. Hand me that cord for this computer, please. No, it's just right here. You don't have to. You're doing it the wrong way. You're making it. You know. There you go. One thing I'm gonna. Thank you, son. Yeah. No problem, man. I ain't want to let you down, man. That's why I try to come on through and talk about a few things real quick before, you know, the week is over with. I don't know. Did you all see that video I posted in California where it was supposedly, they said SpaceX launched a rocket or something? It looked like a UFO lifting off. Yeah, it's snowing here, man. Yep, it's snowing here. It's not a lot of snow, but it is some snow. My son and his friends had a snowball fight outside. I remember those days. The good old days. You want to get a nice one with a little wet so you can crack somebody good with it. But yeah, that was a test rocket. Yeah. Had everybody seeing things. Yeah, I mean, that did look kind of tripped out. It looked like when that spaceship entered the atmosphere at Independence Day in the first one with all that stuff all around it. My friend in California, the one that sent me that video, I don't, of course, those that follow know I don't live in California, but yeah, he sent me that, and yeah, he was tripped out, man. They didn't know what it was at first. I mean, do you guys really believe it was the test rocket, or you think that was a cover-up, or a little bit of both? I mean, me personally, I mean, I'm not sure. It's hard to trust a lot of stuff the government say. It looked like a condom the way it was shaped. Mr. Thorne, you funny, man. Busted condom. Like a busted condom. Chances are it probably was, rocket. But it was, yeah, Chris Law, I'm with you. That was some crazy stuff right there. A lot of those rockets and stuff we done seen go off and lift off from like Cape Canaveral or Houston. It never looked like that before. Now, SpaceX is a company that's owned by Elon Musk, so I don't know. Maybe they doing it the cheap way, or maybe they doing it a new way, or whatever. Or who knows what it could be. And it's hard to trust the government with a lot of stuff that's going on. I'm not going to say I necessarily believe in fake news like that, but you never can be too sure what's going on sometimes. Yeah, Mr. Thorne, you still plan on checking out Star Wars? Yeah, I seen it. I should do a quick, 5-minute review on Star Wars. Me, I wasn't that impressed. And then they had some stuff in the story that I thought was, corny. And they kind of messed it up. And another thing I don't like about that Star Wars is there's too many damn jokes. Since when did Star Wars become a comedy? Star Wars, I don't think it was hardly any jokes in the first, 3 Star Wars. Maybe in the third one with the Ewoks or something. People would laugh, but they weren't exactly jokes with a punchline or saying stuff that was funny. And, they started that when they brought out the second 3 with, Jar Jar Binks or whatever, doing silliness. But, I don't know. There was just a little too many jokes for me. Catch the matinee, I hear that. And then they made Princess Leia look like she the most powerful Jedi in history when she got the ability to fly through space with a protective Jedi bubble, little bubble wrap around her. And I don't know, man. That was a lot right there. No Jedi ever was able to do that. Darth Vader couldn't even do that. Luke Skywalker, Obi-Wan, Yoda, none of them were ever able to do this, but now Princess Leia all of a sudden knows how to manipulate the Force to put a bubble around her, a cocoon that allows her to float through the space and travel from one spaceship to another. That was just a little much for me right there. That kind of ruined a lot of the stuff for me. But we'll see. Alethea, how you doing? Hey, Jay and live chat family. Want to wish you and everyone a happy Christmas and New Year. Well, thanks. We appreciate it. Same to you. Hope you're doing good. Hope your family and your health and your loved ones is doing well also. So, Merry Christmas to you too. Back to the Star Wars, lastly, I don't like what they did with the Luke Skywalker character either. I think they should have did more with it. You barely saw him in the last Star Wars, The Force Awakens. He was in there for 3-4 minutes at the end of the movie. And then, in this movie, it just messed up to me. It was a waste. So we'll see. Jasmine, what's up? How you doing? It's your 18th birthday. Well, happy birthday, Jasmine. Is your birthday on December 24th or 25th? Okay. Well, that's what's up, Jasmine. Today is your birthday for real. That's what's up. Happy birthday. 18 years old. You no longer a minor. You're a major, huh? Moving on up in the world. Congratulations. Happy birthday. Many more. What you plan on doing today for your birthday? Or, because it's the New Year, Christmas Eve, you don't really have too many options available just yet. I know growing up, my mom used to throw a party every Christmas Eve. And we'd always have a lot of people over Christmas Eve. I remember one year, my mom, we had the Christmas Eve party, and this girl I was in school with, she wanted to bring her cousin or something. So we like, yeah, your cousin could come. And that damn girl stole some presents from up under our Christmas tree that my dad gave to my mom. Some perfume and different stuff she took. She stole the damn perfume. Ain't that something? How could you go to somebody's house on Christmas Eve for a Christmas party and steal a present from under the tree? Dirty, boy. People dirty these. But that wasn't even these days. That was back then, so you know they dirty. Now they ain't cleaned up no more since then. Yeah. Yeah, Jasmine, everything closed early here too, so you ate dinner, went to IHOP with your friends. That's what's up. I guess you could have probably celebrated your birthday yesterday, huh? Or maybe this upcoming weekend, huh? Chris Law. Yeah, that's messed up, man. And we didn't even notice that the girl stole the perfume. It was like a bottle of Chanel #5 or something at the time. And this was like, girl was like 15 years old or something. We was, young, and she stealing Chanel #5 and other stuff, and some earrings or something. And we didn't even notice it was missing till on Christmas. We was opening up the presents, and then my dad like, where's that other stuff? I got you something else. She like, this is it. And so then we look and try to figure it out, and then we realized that one girl was sitting by the tree by herself a while. And so then we ended up calling it up and this and that. And when we did get it back, but she had been using it. It took a few days to get it back. This girl was using it already, putting it on. That's dirty, man. How could you do that? How could you go to somebody's house and do that? You talking about the Grinch. She was the Grinch for real. Straight up. You know. Yeah. Thorn, yeah, JJ, he playing the game. He playing some game on his computer. Yep. Just this past week, he had his first little dance at the school. I think I showed y'all that last week. Did I show y'all he had his dance, school dance? Yeah. So yeah, he had a little bit going on this past week. He just leveled up in his jiu-jitsu class. And so now he got a new belt. And they supposed to give it to him this weekend coming up. So he was excited about that. He moving on up. The thing I like about that is they teach you how to really use some moves that'll work. Not no, everybody say they want to go to karate class, this and that, but in real life, how many people really break out karate moves in a fight? Whereas some of the stuff that they teach him here, he could really use in a fight. So that's one reason I still been keeping him involved in that, because it can actually be useful. By the way, is this music too loud? Can y'all hear me good, or is the music too loud? Yeah. JJ, come here. He's so busy into that game, he don't want to come. Come here. So give him a shout out, say what's up. Alright, the music okay? Cool. So, there's JJ.
Oh, congrats, you deserve it. What are you talking about?
Moving on up in your jiu-jitsu class.
Oh, I don't think the camera can see me all the way.
See?
I can see it now. What music is this? What song is this?
This is off my subscription for music that I can use, royalty-free music. Yeah, he getting big over here, moving on up. Alright, well, you see they said congrats and everything. You can just say thanks.
Thank you. Yeah. Mr. Thorne, I see you here. He loyal subscriber.
Yeah.
You got this song on? Hey,
You like this song?
yeah,
You heard it before?
yeah.
Where you heard it before on?
On the Instagram on your little mini videos.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Tell them what you think about that Star Wars movie.
I liked it a lot. It had a bunch of cool things that they introduced in there. I kind of didn't like how they beat Snoke so easily. I ain't gonna spoil it if you haven't seen it, but yeah, it was way too easy, I think. And the Leia part, I don't know, that was weird. She probably, I mean, I guess she
You
probably,
liked it at first, though.
I think she kind of could have did it, but not really, because in the normal Star Wars, they never said that any of the Jedi couldn't do it. Because, like, none of them have, other Jedi have been in that situation where they should have got blown up or nothing like that. And if any of the Jedi had gotten that situation and they were fighting in the starships, probably blew up too from the lasers and stuff. So I'm pretty sure if any other Jedi had the chance, probably could do the same thing. Yeah, it was really good though. Other than that part, it was actually really good. One of the best ones.
Yeah, Letha, I agree with my favorite is always Empire Strikes Back. Thorn, if you said you don't know nothing about Star Wars, so if I were you, I'd try to go back and watch the originals before I just jump straight into that movie.
Shouldn't skip it either. It was really good.
Yeah, like I say, I would see all the other movies first before I go straight to seeing that movie if I was you, Thorn. Just because you won't know what's going on, really. Now, as far as the special effects, it's awesome as far as the way it looks and the clarity, and we saw it in 3D, which looks good, but after watching so many new movies at my house on 4K, I just like watching 4K movies the best. Nothing at the theater has looked better than a 4K movie at my house. 4K is just the best.
I'll be an old man by that time.
Oh, yeah, well.
How many movies is there? 8, 9? There's 9.
Well, you really just need to see the first 6 and then what came out last year. So 7 movies.
And Rogue One.
You can live without seeing Rogue One, though.
I mean,
well, that ain't really do nothing for the story, really.
Explains what's in between.
Yeah, that's true.
Of the old trilogy and number 7, 6 and 7.
I guess so. Yeah. So yeah. So you're looking at 8 movies, then there's 9 movies. Yeah. Flatliners. I thought Amazon Prime was supposed to have 4K content. I have Amazon Prime, and I don't never see any 4K content. And also, it seemed like it's never any good movies on Amazon Prime that I had for me to watch. I don't know. It seemed like maybe I'm not using it right. They want you to use the Prime Video app. But it seemed like there's never anything worth watching on there to me. Maybe I'm not, like I said, using it right. There's like a lot of stuff they want you to still pay for. Alethea Matthews at an Empire at 42nd, they charge like 15 or 16 to get in. I watched 7 movies, so many floors. Bring my own 3D glasses. I could barely get what you was trying to say. Wait, and the Empire at 42nd, they charge like 15 to 6. All right, JJ about to go, y'all.
I see y'all.
Got things to do.
I'll talk to y'all later. Next stream. Happy clear Christmas, because I know it's tomorrow. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Alright, son. Whoa, you didn't knocking over the lighting. You move it back over some, please. Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
The 3D glasses, they give those to you, Alethea. They ain't really no big deal. When I go to the movie theater, that's not really that big of a thing. To see the movie in 3D was like $10 or $12, I think, at the most. So it wasn't really that. It looks good, but they need to have 4K movie screens in the movie theaters now, because nothing looks better than 4K. Once you really watch these new movies in 4K, it's hard to go back. I tell you, man, it's really hard to go back. Nothing looks better. What do you all think about the tax bill actually getting passed with Donald Trump? Um, they try to put it as it's a big tax cut for the middle class and everything, and working people, but in actuality, it's not. You say, Mr. Thorne, you funny. You say, how high can K get? Right now, they got an 8K TV you can get, but they only available in like Japan. And what you want to do if you really want to see what 4K look like, go to Best Buy and tell them you want to see a 4K TV or OLED TV. If you see what an OLED TV display, oh man, you'll be hooked. It's hard to look away. The only thing with OLED is that to get a nice size screen, you looking at almost $4 or $5 grand. Whereas if you get a 4K TV, they had like a 50-inch 4K TV for like $300 this Black Friday. Now, a 50-inch without the Black Friday deal, you looking at maybe about between $600 to $800 right now. So, still not that bad. Let's see. Mr. Thorne, news said it'll double taxes for lower class. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly what it would do. In February, yep. Flatliners, that's what I got from H.H. Gregg, 75-inch 4K OLED. Oh man, you spent a lot of money, Flatliners. That's a good deal. Unless you got it when they were going out of business and they had a good sale. Because I got a 70-inch 4K, and that was a pretty penny right there. But it's not OLED. I wanted to get an OLED, but I just didn't want to spend that much money on a TV. $5,000 is a nice amount of money for a TV at the time. You got it 4 days before the start? Yeah, see, that was a good deal right there, Flatliners. That was a real good deal. If you got it for around $2 grand, man, that would have been a steal. That would have been a steal. I wish I would have realized H.H. Gregg was going out of business. I wasn't even paying attention. I was so busy, and I don't watch the news a lot. And I missed that when it was happening. And damn, I would have liked to rack up on some things from H.H. Gregg. I buy a lot of electronics already, so I really don't have anything I really want right now. But sometimes I can't help but get a deal. Wow, you pay $1,600. Wow, that's a steal, Flatliners. Wow, that's a steal. Man, that's a steal. I'm jealous right now. Man, I wish I got that deal. Man, I wish I paid attention when they were going out of business with all those sales. Man. Mr. Thorne, AT&T is giving their workers a raise, and Comcast giving their people a $1,000 bonus throughout the year. Yeah, I saw that. But in the end, that's only a few companies, and there's not enough people across the U.S. that works there at those two companies. And so, and they already paid their people decent money anyway. I know a lady that worked at AT&T, and she already made a nice amount of money, so it wasn't like they was, giving they put people minimum wage anyway. Um, I think they just announced that stuff because a lot of those CEOs and those companies, they wanted to help support the tax bill so that it get passed and make it look like a good thing because they friends with that administration, and so they say that to make it look like it was justifiable and a good thing. But in reality, they probably was gonna give their people a raise anyway. So it's not like who's to say they only doing that because of the tax thing. Just all, just all, a bunch of crap sometimes. Flatline, no. Here's the thing: no box was included, no remote. Hey man, you wasn't gonna keep the box that long, Flatliner, so that ain't no big deal. And the remote, you could order the remote for that TV on Amazon, and it wouldn't have cost you $3,000-4,000 in the difference. So I would have bought that too. The same deal. That still was a great deal, man. I don't blame you. Let's see, Mr. Thorne. You thought they were gonna do a layoff? Oh, Flatliner. I don't know. I didn't hear that they were gonna do a layoff for those companies. I heard they was gonna give them that bonus money. Flatliners. Hey, what's up, Pib? How you doing? What's going on? Harmony remote. Yeah, that's pretty good too. That's pretty good. With my TV, it came with a remote called the Magic Remote. And the Magic Remote, you can talk to it. It learns all your stuff, and it's got a mouse right on it. This is it right here. This remote was like $150 because when I had ordered it and I got mine in the box, the remote was missing. And so they had to get the remote, order me another remote. They tried to make me pay for it. I'm like, nah, you know. This green button right here ain't popping up because of the green screen. But the button ain't missing, y'all. It's just not popping up because it's a green screen behind me. But then this right here, this is the pointer. So when I'm doing stuff, a little mouse pointer comes up on the screen like it was a mouse on the TV. So I can point and click and do things with it. It's pretty cool. Let's see. Flatliners, I had to drop my screen to FID. What is that? Find article. Hey, what's up, Pib? Yeah, I ain't been on for a while. I think the last video I put up, other than this about that UFO, was going to see Star Wars. I've been busy this last couple weeks, running around, shopping, doing other stuff, working on different things. And so, yeah, I still got to get that last episode of Empire out. I know it's so late, people probably don't even want to see it no more. I was thinking I might as well not even do it now because nobody's going to watch it more than likely. So, there's no point. What y'all think? You think I should still release it? Alethea, in February, you're going to get a 100-inch Samsung Curve TV and put the 70-inch in the bedroom. It came with three do more Netflix on my remote. 8, I can turn on my TV to see my Facebook. Yeah, I can do that on my TV. You're going to get a 100-inch Curve Samsung. I didn't even know they made a 100-inch Curve. When I bought this, they wanted me to get that Curve TV, but I still like them flat. I didn't really like that Curve TV as much. It's alright, but it just seemed kind of like a novelty. Maybe at 100 inches, maybe it'll be so big that it would be worth it. But even at the 70-inch Curve TV, it just didn't seem as big to me. It seemed smaller. Just because the way that it's like a widescreen almost. It's not as tall. So I don't know. Maybe it's improved now since It's bigger, you know. And I have to check it out and see. Yeah, that Empire last episode was kind of cool. Um, I was surprised to see Claudia come back for Dwight. I thought you was Dwight. I thought you wanted to be with me. Dwight. I'm Dwight. And I love you, Claudia. You love the curve. Alethea, you love the curve. Your friend has one that covers this whole wall. Huh. Yeah, see, the bigger curve, I'm sure, is the better. I have to check into that. And look at it. Go to Best Buy again. Look at it. Then I'll probably move this TV that I watch into the living room and stuff. And maybe I'll get another TV. Who knows? Wow. Direct TV. Flatliners. You can't copy here, but it says AT&T lays off 700 Direct TV installers. Wow. Huh. Yeah, they probably did that since they bought out Direct TV. And they probably gonna have their people install it, AT&T people install it, instead of a lot of those DirecTV people were like independent contractors, and so they probably gonna make their regular cable installers do both, instead of having one set of DirecTV people do it and one set of cable people. Let me see, I got another thing I want to talk about. Try to find where it was on here. Thought I saved it. Hold on. It was about Facebook admitting that Facebook is bad for your mental health. And a lot of people, I would tell people about that and they wouldn't believe me. But now Facebook came out and admitted to it. I'm trying to look. I thought I had saved it. Let me see. Hold on. I'll do it this way. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. Alethea, in the premiere of Empire, Claudia put a knife to Cookie throat, saying she gonna cut her in front of Lucius. Yeah, I saw that. And man, Cookie would have beat her butt, kicked her ass. They talking about gaming disorder is now part of mental health disorder, reorganized as mental health disorder. They want to just cause everything something like that. That way they can prescribe pills and get money. Hold on. They got a Facebook tool that's out that now lets you see if you followed any Russian pages during the elections that had disinformation out. Flatliners. It's any form of social media where people go to get likes. They have an issue. How many selfies does one need? I know that's right. That's crazy how many people do that. Um, and then with that new augmented reality and then the new stuff where you could put like a wig on or put makeup on and do all it. I've seen some people and then they got the dog ears or the dog nose and this and that and all. It's just ridiculous. It's yeah, 10, 20 pictures with all that extra stuff on there and it just gets out of hand. Let's see. How and why Apple, Google, and Facebook follow you. Let me see some more stories right quick. I guess I didn't save it. Dang. Facebook will now alert you when it sees you and then. Wow, Facebook gives up on flagging fake news. Facebook wants users to stop asking for likes. Yeah, right. They just saying that. If they actually had people do that, that would end up hurting them. Because that's the whole thing about Facebook, is they want everybody to be attention whores and they want everybody to try to be the star in their own little bubble. And it's just got people. I got some people, they can't even watch a movie. They over here and they looking down at their phone every 2 minutes. They can't even watch the movie. They looking to see what the next person wrote or what this person said or what's going on. And I'm just thinking, wow, you're not really missing nothing. You can go back and read that stuff at any time. Once they write it on there, it's still there. But they feel like they missing something. It's like the brain reward centers. Um, they feel like they're missing out. Like they're not a part of something if they don't see every post as soon as it's posted on Facebook. Um, Crazy. Let's see. Chicago police arrest dozens selling drugs and guns on Facebook. Yeah, people is a damn fool for. They gotta brag. That's another thing. Everybody wants to brag about what they doing on Facebook and how great everything is, and it's just getting crazy. Let's see. This article on the New York Post right here. They're talking about Facebook giving up on flagging fake news. And the thing is, the way that this fake news spreads so easy is by people sharing stuff. And so people are so quick to share things, but they didn't check to see if it was accurate or not. And it say Facebook's fake news flags are a flop. They admitted Thursday that that it's halting its short-lived effort to mark disputed news stories. So they didn't even try that long. They just said they was gonna do it. Then once everything died down, then they gave up and said, "Forget it. We ain't doing it no more." In a backdoor room press release, because it was all on the news everywhere that they were gonna try to stop fake news. And then this came out on here. I didn't see that on the news, and I watch the news every morning on CNBC. So, Alethea, Jay, everyone got hooked on YouTube. YouTube still fighting over the Kanika case. You forgot to watch real TV past 3 months. What do you mean? What, they trying to say that she got killed instead of what happened? I just think that there's people trying to sue and get money. I think she was drunk. I saw the video of her wobbling through the hallways. That girl was off her ass. She was drunk, high, took some pills, something. And her friends left her hanging. Her friends wasn't with her. Most girls that age, they use the buddy system and stick together. And her friends, wherever they was, they let her wobble through that hotel room off her ass. She probably thought she was getting into an elevator when she got into that deep freezer or that walk-in freezer and closed the door and end up passing out and froze in there. That's what I think. Yeah, she was frozen. Yeah. And that's what I think, man. That's what I think happened. Because if you see the video of what happened, that girl was toe up. Stumbling, about to fall, leaning up against the wall. She pretty much did fall, but caught on to the railing and like wobbled her way back up. That room was spinning, and she was bent. And so I blame her friends the most. Well, I don't think she was drugged. I think she took the drugs. I mean, if she was drugged, whoever drugged her would have been close by, so they could have took advantage. They wouldn't have drugged her and then left her by herself. Where was her friends? Her friends let her just go like that? You know, how could you be somebody's friend and so you saying they didn't notice that she was bent like that, walking around by herself? Yeah, that video wasn't edited like that. It's just that the family's hurt. They can't believe their baby is gone, which is sad, don't get me wrong. And they see an opportunity by a hotel that's got money that they can sue and get some money. And that's what I think is going on. Lawyers and family members and friends then got into their head saying, you need to get paid, you need to do this, that was wrong, something ain't right. And they placing blame in the wrong direction. In the end, it's the girl's fault. That's the problem with us as people a lot of times. We don't like to accept responsibility for our own actions. Nobody made her drink. You know, nobody made her pop pills, or even if she didn't pop pills, drink so much that she was on her ass. At the end of the day, she was 18, so she shouldn't have been drinking at all. If they really want to go there, yeah, people at a young age drink and do this and that. I'm not saying they don't, but that don't mean it's right. Mr. Thorne, what's cooler than being cool? Ice cold, Andre 3000, you silly. Sorry, I had to do it. Aletha, they said Rosemont killed and raped her, that her mom had something to do, that it's getting out of hand. No one has been arrested. Been 3 months now, no killer. Because nobody killed her. She was walking by herself. I don't see how Rosemont killed her. Why would they want to kill her at their hotel? That don't have nothing to do with that. And who they gonna arrest? What? Because they gave her the drinks? She just didn't have to drink it. Nobody poured it down her mouth with a funnel. Her friends need to take responsibility and realize they left that damn girl walking through that hotel drunk by herself. She probably was lost. Didn't know how to get back to where everybody was and thought she was getting in the damn elevator. Got into that damn freezer, closing the door, thinking it was the elevator door or something, drunk, not making no sense. And then after a while of sitting there drunk and cold, passed out, went to sleep, and froze. Simple, sometimes a simple explanation is what it is. Don't get me wrong. If I'd have thought it was some foul play or something, then I would say so. I'm not the type of person that always look for the simple thing and believe, the public story all the time. But I mean, I did look into that, and I did look at the video, and based off of that, that's what I came up with. I mean, I saw multiple videos of her walking by herself, wobbling all over the place, stumbling, looking drunk. I mean, I've seen plenty of people walk drunk. I've had my own times, my damn self, and she was drunk as hell. And you can obviously see the room spinning when you walking down the hall, leaning on the wall like she was. That's because she couldn't stand up and walk straight because the room was spinning. So, yeah, she was 19 years old, ain't never partied like that. Her friends left her by herself. If her friends was there, even if all three of them was drunk, chances are they would at least one of them hopefully would have realized that ain't no damn elevator. And they wouldn't have closed the door and locked themselves in no damn freezer. So, I don't know. Letha, you say that's true. I pray she gets some justice. I mean, what justice is she gonna get? What do you mean? You want somebody to go to jail for her being drunk and doing that and making a mistake? I mean, that wouldn't be justice. I mean, it's no justice to get as far as putting somebody in jail. Nobody killed her. I mean, what do they want to do? I just don't think that, it's no justice to get on that. Mr. Thorne, we had an attempted attack in San Francisco at Pier 39. Suicide bomber. Huh. Letha, you're going to make me make my own video. I had a video. Actually, I talk about it in one of these other videos, and I put a link on there to where to find it. I should have made the video now. This one lady asked me to make the video, and I just made the comments, real long comments, and then put a link in the description. And maybe I should have made that as a video. Because, yeah, some people make video, they're not rational. It's just not rational. From all the stuff that I've seen, nobody killed her. I looked at the surveillance video from the hotel, and I mean, she by herself. You can see her walking through the kitchen by herself. So, I mean, they didn't have a camera placed at every square inch of the kitchen. So, but you can see where she walks past where the freezer is and nobody's there. When they do talk about the autopsy or whatever on her body, they didn't say she was raped. So, I mean, what did they do to her then? Why did somebody kill her? It wasn't any bruises like she got beat up. So, I mean, where's the foul play at? Somebody just did that to what? Just make her die, a 19-year-old girl for no reason? She didn't have any money. She was a cute girl, so they didn't want to rape her. It wasn't an ex-boyfriend that was mad because there's no beat-up signs on her body. Nobody punched her or beat her up. So what happened there? She was drunk, and she made a mistake, and unfortunately, she died from it. Letha J, they said she was so drunk she passed 5 drives just to get to the other one. It don't make sense. Something not right. They showed a hug, rape her in the hotel. They showed a hug, rape her in the hotel room. I don't even know what you're trying to say, Alethea. They showed a hug, rape her. I don't know what you're trying to say. But she has two friends with her. Where were they? And if they was trying to rape her in the hotel room, then what she was doing outside the hotel room, walking through the hotel, the way she was. So I just think if they were trying to rape her, then they would have not let her walk out the room like she was. She wasn't running through the hallways or screaming in panic or crying or banging on doors or showing any type of trauma or anything like that. She was walking like she was just drunk and lost and trying to find her way back to where everybody else was. That's how she was walking on the surveillance tapes. So you should check out the real surveillance tapes again, and you'll see that she didn't look like she was worried or in trouble or scared about anything. Um, it just looked like she was tweaking out. That's all. That's all it looked like. Um, I'm not gonna be on here much longer, y'all. I know it's Christmas. A lot of people got a lot of other stuff going on. It's Christmas Eve, and I don't want to hold anybody up. Not to say that I'm sure y'all will turn this off. Turn this off in a minute, in a heartbeat. Um, let's see now. What they claim, she had 3 sperm inside her body. Did you see her death? Death. Letha, how are you typing on here, girl? I don't know what. You gotta do proofreading before you press enter, please, because I can't be understanding some of this stuff you say. I don't know what this is. Death, CCPJOTIS. I don't know what that is. In the drive, it looked like someone beat the hell out of her. A guy raped her through Irene glasses. The autopsy said she had date rape. Well, I don't know about all that. From what I saw, they didn't say that. The way she looked when she was doing it, when I saw her, it didn't look like she was raped or it was any type of trauma. So maybe that's some new evidence, or we got to see where that evidence came from, or what. I mean, I don't know. Even if she was raped, that's not what killed her. So, in the end, the reason she died still remains the same. Not to say that if something else happened like that, they don't deserve to be punished, but that's not what killed her. So, I don't know. We'll have to look and see. I have to look and hear more information. Before I go, what's some of y'all favorite memories about this time of year? What do y'all enjoy the most about this time of year? And while I'm waiting to hear that, let y'all see on CBS News, it says a baby born from record-breaking 24-year-old frozen embryo. This baby was frozen, test tube baby, unthawed after 24 years. What do y'all think about that? That's one hell of a milkshake right there. Come out unthawed after 24 years. What you think they're going to try to do with this type of technology in the future? Tennessee couple, they welcome a baby girl who grew from an embryo that had been frozen for 24 years. If this baby would have came out when it was frozen, she'd be 24 years old. You know, now it's coming out 24 years later in the future. That's crazy. That's crazy. This person was supposed to have been born 24 years ago. And now they're just now being born. what they're going to do with rich people and all of this stuff is they're going to try to save embryos, save sperm, and have DNA and kids and babies born 100 years later, just to have their line continue or something. Who knows what they're going to do. This crazy though that you can have something frozen for 24 years and then have it born down the road. It's the longest frozen embryo to ever result in a birth. Emma Wren. I wonder what type of, if any, health repercussions that may pose. You know, you're not supposed to freeze a human body and bring it back. You can freeze it as an embryo or a sperm and then bring a child into the world 24 years later. That's amazing. Yeah, this is very much Mr. Thorne. This is, yeah, I agree. This is craziness. She was 6 pounds, 8 ounces, 20 inches long. Tina Gibson, 26. So this person that became pregnant was only 2 years old when the baby was frozen. She was a baby her damn self when the baby was frozen. As a result of frozen embryo transfer. Before the donated embryo was transferred into her uterus at the National Embryo Donation Center in Knoxville, it had been cryopreserved for more than 24 years. Gibson spent her pregnancy carrying an embryo that had actually been conceived and frozen in October of '92, just a year and a half after her own birth. That is amazing. The research staff at the University of Tennessee Medical Library report that baby Emma now holds the all-time record for the longest frozen embryo to result in a birth. Emma is such a sweet miracle. I think she looks pretty perfect to have been frozen all those years ago. That is just crazy. Wow, 24 years. Man. And they trying to say this is something all couples should keep in mind. So you never know what may happen. They're going to start having kids that should have lived and been born 100 years ago, being born right now. You have all these billionaires and mega millionaires, and they'll be passing on this stuff to their kids for years and years and years to come. Wow. That's crazy. Amazing, guys. What do y'all think about that? Jimmy Fallon, this will be one of my last things to talk about. It says right here, Jimmy Fallon, he said that this tax bill is meant to be punishment. One thing that he's saying is that especially against California, they're going to receive some of the highest taxes and things to happen. And as we know, California is liberal, mostly Democratic, and you know, they voted for Clinton and Obama, and Trump administration hates everything and everyone that voted for Obama and Clinton. So and that's exactly what Jimmy Fallon is saying. Whether it's true or not, I'm not sure, but that's what he thinks. Let's see. It says payback. Just before the Senate approved the latest version, Jimmy joked that it could be meant as a form of punishment for the average Americans. So there you have it. That's why they took away a lot of stuff that the average Americans enjoy. Not just because Jimmy Fallon said, but I think that is a little truth into it. That a lot of Democrats they didn't vote for this bill and they didn't support it. And California is Democratic, so they didn't care when states like California got the short end of it. Pip McKnight. I like California. I was there the year Marvin Gaye got killed. Oh, yeah, that was probably bittersweet, I'm sure. I think the tax bill I think they have rate hikes and different adjustments that aren't complete until 2020. But I think the tax bill would be law permanent unless they redo it when the next administration comes in. It says the Trump administration recently told the CDC the agency was no longer allowed to use certain words in budget documents like fetus, transgender, and diversity. They don't want the CDC to use any of those words. In some cases, they even suggested replacement terms, like instead of science-based, they recommend the CDC say CDC bases its recommendations on science in consideration with community standards and wishes. That way it's easy to debunk it. If it said that this science-based study finds such and such, then that would be hard to argue with. But if it says, well, CDC finds that this study says such and such, they could say, well, the CDC is wrong. How would they know? And which would be sounding stupid, but then the way of today, it's real easy to disregard, facts. A lot of people don't believe in the truth, and unfortunately, a lot of people that aren't that well versed in what's going on suffer because they don't know what to believe or what to do, and in the end, they just decide, well, to hell with all of it. I won't watch or believe anything, and then they miss out. Flatliners. I keep hearing different stuff, like the rich will continue to get the breaks until a new bill, but middle class is supposed to run out. I don't know what to believe. Too much info coming out to confuse people. That's exactly what's happening. A lot of info coming out to confuse people. And in the end, it's working because there's a lot of confusion out there. And in the end, they're going to suffer, not suffer, the regular people are going to suffer. And they're going to get away with it. They also threw in the individual mandate by removing it. They pretty much ruined Obamacare. It's going to lose money. And of course, they're going to say, see, I told you Obamacare wasn't going to work, when they pretty much cut the legs from up under it. So, of course, it won't be able to stand because they handicapped it. Pip, it will get better once they get rid of Trump. Yeah, well, we got to get rid of the whole administration because if Trump leaves, Mike Pence is still there and he's going to carry on the same things. And Mike Pence will actually probably get more done because he's more of a politician than Trump. So it won't really get better till that whole administration is out of there because they just a mess. They're all crooked. Flatliners, just hoping they don't end Social Security. Well, if they end Social Security, they know they'll all get voted out. Because those people that have used Social Security, they vote. And that's the only thing that's saving Social Security. The thing with a lot of people that's poor or middle class, a lot of them don't vote. And so it's easy to cut their programs because they know those people ain't going to get mad and vote them out of office. the thing with older people and people that use Social Security is that they vote. And they know that if they cut them, that they'll turn right around in the next election, they'll all be out of a job. And so that's the thing, that voting is power. You got to vote their ass out of office. And the one thing with Social Security is all those people who are 65 and older or whatever, they vote. And they will get them out of there without a doubt. That's the one thing about that generation. They grew up knowing the importance of voting. And so that's what everybody needs to do is vote and hold those politicians accountable, because they're supposed to work for the people, not the people working for them. And another thing, like some of the good Democrats, well, I don't know how good or bad they were or whatever, but like Al Franken or John Conyers, who've been there for 30, 40 years, or different people, they're getting taken out by that Me Too movement. Now they're accused of sexual harassment. In the same boat as Harvey Weinstein or Russell Simmons or whatever the case. And it's just that seems like all of a sudden with social media, they're all getting taken down and thrown in the same boat and shipped out to sea. So I don't know how that's going to end, if it will ever end. Well, it's kind of hard to tell where this is going, but it seems like everybody got a story about how they was harassed now, and now everybody got to step down or they get fired or whatever. So I don't know how this is going to end up. Mr. Thorne, either way, the one common factor is work, so let's put it in. Yeah, I hear that. Q Congress, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, happy holidays. Glad to hear from you. Yep. Hope you have a Merry Christmas. I'm about to get off of here, y'all, in about 5 minutes. So, y'all got anything you want to throw in before it's all said and done? Just let me know. Hold on. There I come. And let's see. Yeah, happy holidays. Thanks. Hey, what's up, Monica? How you doing? Yeah, I'll post my link here. Y'all don't forget to help continue to support the channel. Every little bit's appreciated. I got a couple new things I'm working on this year, and hopefully I can come back with a better than ever this year coming up. Still a relatively new channel. I've been doing this for about, I guess, 5 months now, 5, maybe 6 months now. Well, no, I wasn't doing this in June. So, what, August, September? Well, was I doing it in June? I'm not sure. So maybe 5, 6 months. Nevertheless, I feel it's been a good success thanks to you guys. And I just want to keep it going. Hopefully I can get better and keep everybody with a smile on their face. And who knows? Maybe I'll even start hiring some people to do some of this other work for me and make it a little easier so I can come out with more stuff. I think I'm going to start reviewing movies as well, but I'll just do those as an actual review and not a recap. So I'll just do it for like 5, 6 minutes, no more than 10 minutes, and just talk about the movie, what I thought, come up with a rating system, on whether you should see it. And, you know, on to the next one, you know. Maybe do current movies as well as movies that's already out. Q Congress, what league will get better ratings for Christmas, the NBA or the NFL? The NBA. Now, the NFL normally gets more ratings, but I think the NBA, with some of the matchups they got with LeBron James and Kevin Durant, with the Warriors and the Cavs playing this Christmas, I think that's going to be a good matchup. I remember when my Bulls used to play on Christmas. They ain't worth a damn now. Bulls can't play dead in the Western right now, so nah, I wouldn't want to see them on Christmas either. The haves and the have-nots. You really think I should do the haves and the have-nots, huh? Yeah. Alright, I'm going to do the haves and the have-nots. What channel does that come on? What channel does the haves and the have-nots come on? I never... Matter of fact, let me look that up on IMDb. OWN. I ain't never watched OWN Network. I'm going to check it out, though. Haves and have-nots. The haves and the have since 2013, huh? Damn, they got 180 episodes. Haves and the Have-Nots is a primetime cable drama show written by Tyler Perry, focusing on the interacting lives of Rich Cryer and Harrington families and the poor Young family. Hannah Young, a struggling maid working for the Cryers, is a woman who was not the best person in the past but is now a woman of faith. But her faith and her resolve are tested when she finds out that her promiscuous daughter, Candace Young, to whom she tries desperately to avoid, has included herself into the lives of her mother's employer, Jim Cryer, and his family. It's the OWN channel. I can't get into the haves and the have-nots. You tried. Yeah, I ain't never watched this before. As you can tell, I don't know nothing about it. Oh, this girl, I've seen her before. She's in this. What's her name? Tika Sumter. Candace Young. Yeah, she's been in a couple things that I like. John Schneider. This dude look like Papa John. Papa John is on this, man. Speaking of Papa John, that medicine sauce done put him out of his job. He ain't gonna be the CEO president no more. He's gonna step down. They're gonna let somebody else do it now. Pib McKnight, Haves and the Have-Nots is one of Tyler Perry's best work. Well, that's good, because I don't really like Tyler Perry. I'm not a big fan of Tyler Perry. He too damn big to be bouncing around in a dress. Just not interesting to me. So it looked like he ain't even on this show, which is good. That already makes it look better than some of the other stuff he's been in. A lot of this stuff, a lot of these people in this show, I'm looking at the cast, I never seen before. The only person I've seen before is that first person I mentioned. Jerome Bro Brooks, Quinn Walters. Yeah, I don't know who these. But that's cool. You don't always have to have a famous actor to make a good show. They are all good actors. Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, you don't always have to have a famous actor to have a good show. I mean, look at Power. And none of those people were really famous. Omari, I've seen Omari in a few things that I like. But 50 Cent was the only one. I guess Tasha had a little. I guess they had more people that was more famous than haves and have-nots, but they weren't all household names like that. Q Congress good. Papa John can take more time to find better ingredients for that nasty-ass pizza he served. Yeah, I agree. That pizza ain't nothing but cardboard with medicine sauce. Like Plies said, that medicine sauce, man. You know what I'm saying? That pizza with that medicine sauce. That's what I'm saying. That's why the sale went down. We call that medicine sauce. Yeah, that's the type of medicine you don't want to take, boy. Hold your nose. Papa John's only tastes good after you've been drinking. I can't stand Papa John's. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Q. I agree with you about the people on Empire. Well, y'all, I appreciate you stopping by. Don't forget to support me on PayPal, Patreon, whenever possible. I appreciate every little bit. Continue watch the videos. And I'm getting ready to get out of here, though. Check the links in the description box. Y'all have a good Christmas, happy holidays. And before I go, let me hit y'all with a oldie but goodie. Hold on. There you go. Oh my goodness. Happy holidays, everybody. Look like somebody ready for dinner. So, with that being said, peace. And y'all have a good Christmas. Later.